Another Ethan Klein video, I know you guys, but he keeps getting himself in trouble, and this time even members of the crew are getting called out as well. Over the last couple of weeks, Ethan has been getting called out for disrespecting the crew and basically not hearing them out and listening to the opinions that they are giving and input that they are saying during the shows. But this time it seemed like the entire crew was also getting called out along with Ethan. And the worst part is it's basically over the same thing, them not being able to listen and hear other people out who had opinions on what they were saying and were actually trying to educate them on the fact that what they were saying was hurtful and offensive. So this whole thing, you guys, it all started when James Charles, yes, I know this is a very random combination of people we are talking about, but James Charles posted a video on his channel titled "Trying the Cheapest Makeup from Amazon." James showed his recent Amazon purchases in this video, and one of those items happened to be adult diapers. Now, this is a whole situation on its own because some people have been looking at photos of James recently and they've been wondering if he got a BBL, a, butt lift. They've been joking about it, and obviously, nobody knows exactly what happened, if there was like some serious situation going on with him, but people did start to wonder if he actually got adult diapers because he got a BBL. Someone even made a TikTok about it.
So I was watching Miss James Charles' newest YouTube video and couldn't help but notice. See anything suspicious? How about now? I know that BBL's sister's stinking.
And James even commented on this TikTok and said, LMFAO. So as the internet joked about the possibility of James getting a BBL, obviously Ethan wanted to address this on his show because he does talk about James Charles quite a bit, and obviously he addresses hot topics on his show. And so he wanted to address this fun find that people saw on James's video on the latest H3 episode. This then sparked a whole big massive conversation because during the podcast, he then made a joke about James needing these diapers after, insinuating the position that James would be during, what I'm talking about, getting funky together. Saying if he took it really good, then maybe he would need those diapers.
If he's getting blasted in that, potentially, you may need to wear a diaper.
Yeah, that's a real thing that Ethan was saying on the show, and it did not sit right with people at all. And the show is live, in case you guys didn't know, so they could see the viewers' reactions to exactly what they were saying in real time. And Ethan kept on making these jokes. He did not just say one joke and then move on. Like, he kept on making these jokes about James and the positions that he likes, and he was just talking all about it. And people in the chat of the show were starting to say that he should not be saying these types of things, and he shouldn't be stereotyping James. He shouldn't be assuming what James likes based on how he looks, based on how he talks, based on how he dresses, all of this stuff. People were pointing out how harmful it is, and he just shouldn't be assuming these things. And later, they even had a caller call into the show to try and educate Ethan and the crew on why his stereotyping is so wrong. And honestly, he was just not having any bit of what the caller was saying. It seemed like he was not open to other people's opinions. He was not open to learning and or educating himself. It honestly was just kind of like the past shows that he has been getting called out for not listening to the crew, for not listening to other people's opinions. This is the same thing that he keeps getting called out for, not being open to hearing other people out, just, really saying whatever he's feeling in the moment and then later having to apologize for it or at least address the fact that people are upset with him. And that's what was happening here. The call was so uncomfortable to listen to because this person kept trying to say over and over again, hey, this is not okay. This is really hurtful and you shouldn't be stereotyping. And Ethan was then trying to guess what this person's particular preference was in bed. And it just really went south very, very, very quickly. And people were particularly taken back and very upset by the fact that Dan was telling viewers to shut up and saying that he is so over people having things to criticize them for on the show.
Honestly, just so over these people. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's an entertaining show. Shut the fuck up.
Someone says, I don't know what's up.
So disappointing.
Someone said,
grow up. Jesus Christ.
Dan.
I don't know what's up with Ethan today, but something's off. Bad vibes this episode.
Shut up. Unsubscribe. Go away. No, I'm so frustrated with these people. Just
So wait,
shut the
what,
f-
where
up.
did-
And him being upset with people trying to correct them and tell them what they're saying isn't right was not a good look at all. It made the situation that much worse for them during this episode. Literally, Dan was so freaking frustrated. I cannot believe that he acted in this way. And honestly, most of the internet and Twitter also were very disappointed in Dan and how he handled this. I don't know if he was just having a bad day or what, but this was not the way to handle this particular situation. People have been saying for a really long time now that the crew could use some diversity and there needs to be more people in the room that can really educate everybody on what to say and what not to say and to be the voice of reason. But truly, I don't even think that would even work in this room. I feel like they are not open to any sort of opinions that are not their own. And it's just a mess. It is truly a mess in that room right now. And Ethan says that some people may just be too sensitive to watch the show, which also rubbed people the wrong way.
I think some of y'all are way too sensitive
You know?
for the show. To be totally honest, like people in this thread who are saying they're grossed out and whatever, I think this with peace and love, you might be too sensitive to watch this show. If you're watching this show and you're perpetually offended by things I'm saying, you may want to just stop watching. Like genuinely, like does get annoying with some of y'all getting offended all the time.
After the episode, he did end up posting an apology on Twitter where he said, "To my LGBTQ plus fans, I am sorry for comments on today's show. The of gay men and the grouping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to the caller too, who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well." A lot of people took issue with the apology, feeling like he only said it because of the backlash and not because he truly meant it, based on what he said on the show. Him just dismissing the caller who tried to explain to him why his comments were upsetting, as well as people on Reddit and in the chat for the live show. All those people tried to tell him that the things that he was saying were not okay, yet he was just telling them that maybe they were too sensitive and Dan was just going off. So for him to come back like a couple hours later and be like, "Oh, sorry guys," people don't actually believe that, because if he was sorry, maybe he would have actually took the time to listen to people when they were telling him in real time, "Hey, I think you're gonna get in trouble for what you're saying. Like, really listen to what everybody is saying here." I think that would have been a really big warning if everybody in the chat was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 chill out, chill out, chill out. Like, don't say those types of things." And someone's literally calling into the show to educate you. You would think, maybe let me just tone it down a little bit. Let me listen. And maybe if, you don't personally agree with what this person is trying to say, just take a moment to listen, because, him telling everybody that they're sensitive and just dismissing this caller clearly wasn't getting him very far, and it was getting him in more and more trouble. And I don't know if the entire crew was just fed up with getting called out recently or what, but they all just seemed really just fed up with the fact that people did not like how they were addressing this James Charles story. And a lot of people on Twitter were saying, no matter how you feel about James Charles and, all the things that he's been called out for, this is just something that is like a broad issue that needs more awareness. We should not be stereotyping and all of this stuff. So hopefully Ethan can, look in this situation and think, okay, maybe next time, if there's something that I say that doesn't sit right with people, I should really listen to the chat. I should just stop immediately, take a listen, and really watch myself and, try to educate yourself in the moment instead of, waiting for everybody to be upset and then see that Twitter is upset and all the platforms are upset and then apologize. If someone's telling you, "Hey, I don't know about that, maybe you should listen. Maybe just take a listen before it blows up like this." Because I think if he had said what he had said and then he listened to somebody that said, "Hey, that wasn't really cool, you shouldn't say things like that," and he was just like, "Oh, I had no idea that I wasn't, supposed to do those types of things or say those types of things," and, said it right then and there in the episode, then I think it all would have just been fine and chill, and nobody would have even blown it up, and he wouldn't be called out like this. He wouldn't have had to apologize, because he would have done it like right then and there, realized his mistakes and learned, something new. But of course, yelling at people and telling them to shut up and unsubscribe and saying that people are too sensitive, all that was just combination for a disaster. But I definitely want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you guys watch the episode? What did you guys think about it? How do you guys feel about what Dan had to say? Let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.